morning, guys. We are on a brand new lake. We are on Lake Gaston here on the North Carolina-Virginia border. This is the first time I've ever been on this lake, so pretty excited to see how this lake fishes. I've heard there's a lot of spotted bass in this place and some pretty good ones too, so I wanted to make the trip out here. It's about 2.5 hours from where I'm at in eastern North Carolina. So I wanted to come out here and practice with my live scoping a little bit. Like we always do, especially on a brand new lake, we're gonna go ahead and pull up the deep dive app, see what info it gives us, kind of give us some info and get together a game plan for what I want to do today. So we will start on, all right, so we got Lake Gaston up here. We've got our wind effects here. It's calm, so that's good. Water clarity, so let's look at this. Water clarity is pretty important when going after spotted bass. So as you guys can see, I am on this lower end of the lake right now towards the dam. So this is where the dam is right here, and this is where I'm at. So we've got a pretty good section of clear water, and then as you get to the middle of the lake, it gets a little bit more stained and a little bit more dirty as you kind of work your way up the lake. So I have a feeling this kind of section right here between the clear water and the stained water is going to be where a majority of these spots are going to be. And let's go to the best areas. This is my favorite place to look to kind of get a game plan together for the day. So it's actually showing a little bit more into that stained water here for the best area. So mid-lake, main lake, as you can see right now, like I said, over towards the dam side of the lake. So we're gonna start right here. It's pretty foggy out this morning, so I'm actually gonna start kind of in this first pocket that I launched in, just because it's really foggy. I don't want to run around on a lake that I've never been to in this thick fog. So we're just gonna start right here in this first little pocket, kind of get a feel for the lake, see if some of these spots have started to move back into some of these pockets or creeks. It is fall. The weather is pretty cool right now. Water temps are about 67 last I checked on my graph, but the nights have been really cool, so maybe these spots have started moving back into some of these pockets, but if not, then we know that they'll be out on the main lake still chasing bait. So we can look at our bait tools, but spots are pretty obvious, especially with live scope. You're gonna want top water, swim bait, saying a swing head, hair jig Ned rig, drop shot, jerk bait Carolina rig, and it kind of changes throughout the day. Obviously, like a jig head minnow is probably gonna end up being the top bait for the day. I have a feeling that, and a jerk bait. So we're gonna rig a few things up and get going here this morning. All right, so we just rigged up a few things, go through it real quick. We got a Nico rig here, a little nail weight in it. And we've got, this is, I'm sure, if I had to guess, what a majority of the fish today are gonna come on, our jig head minnow. I didn't rig that the best, but anyways, that's on the owner range roller hook. Sure, that's what we're gonna catch most of them on. And then we got our jerk bait, and this is actually the new TRIKA reel. So I've been using it a bit. This is the TI 100 TRIKA reel, super lightweight. It's like 5 ounces, and it casts really good ceramic bearings. So I've been throwing my jerk bait on that. So I'm sure we can call a few up on the jerk bait. Might switch colors. Might need a more translucent color in this clear water. And then we got a drop shot for those fish that are wanting to be closer to the bottom. And last but not least, if they're kind of suspended just below the surface on us, we've got the core tackle hover rig, and we've got a little Bass Tricks bait on there. So if they're up high, this is a lot more natural fall than that jig head minnow. So we'll go ahead and start with the jig head minnow in my hand and kind of just look around here to see what these fish are up to. First spot of the day. Little tiny guy. Little spot. He was in a group of them. A couple of them looked, I mean, they weren't big, but a couple of them looked like okay ones. Alright, now that the fog's cleared up, we're going to head mid-lake. This pocket, this outer edge of the pocket hasn't really been productive, so we'll take the deep dive app's advice and head to the main lake. Oh, here they come. There we go. Hey, the deep dive up is right. There we go. Not a big one, but looks like we might be around some. We're on a lot of bait right here too. We're mid-lake, just as the deep dive app said. Let's see if there's another one down there that wants to come get. Ooh, he was right there. Oh, there they are. Nope, they don't want it. Oh, they're coming after it. There we go. Deep dive app, there we go. First spot on the main lake that we pulled up to. Just off of an island right here with some deep water. And it looks like the fish are here. And they're wanting to bite. Ooh, got him. Ooh, we got a fighter. Oh, that's not a bad one. It's not a bad little spot. No giant, but catching those all day would be fun. We have a little bit better one here. This feels a little better. Yeah, that's a better one. Ooh, okay. Oh God, yeah, it is. That's a big spot right there. Whew. Oh gosh, that's a good one. Haha, there we go. Deep dive app putting us on them. That is a nice spot right there. I bet that's close to 3 pounds, if not a 3-pounder. Let's see. Let's see what kind of bag we can get today. Clear the scale out. 260. Chunky spot. Thanks to the deep dive app. Those guys were up high. Not a bad one. Oh, not a bad one at all. Come in here. Oh, it's a 2-something. Oh, maybe right at 2. $183. Spots are so much fun. They fight hard and they're aggressive. So we will take them. Ooh. That's another decent one. They're so aggressive when they're grouped up. One of them hits it and you pull it away, and the other ones come right after. Another chunky one. Come here. Yeah, not quite as big as the first good one, but he's a nice one. Let's see what he'll go. Oh, actually he is bigger. Let's throw a little bit more of a gut on him. 278. Oh God, that's on the Dead Man Walking, the new Bass Mafia bait. He crushed it. Oh God, that's a good one. Oh, please don't come off. He's barely hooked. Oh, he come off. That was a 4-pound spot. Oh, he was barely hooked. Dang it. Oh, that was a 4-pound spot. He was just barely hooked. That might be another decent one. Well, not a huge one, but not a bad one. He's fighting. Do it in here. Huh, 2-pounder. Golly, those are spots. Those suckers are aggressive. There's one after another. It is a spot. Ah, those are good ones too. That was a good group of them. Chasing ball bait. A giant. I'm on a scale for now. There was a group of them there. Let's see if I can get back on them. Oh, I think that's that group from earlier. Is it bass or striper? He's a bass, he's a good one. Oh yeah, it's a bass. This is the best group I found right here. They're so aggressive. I think these guys are just roaming this flat. Come here, buddy. Mm-hmm. I'll hit him and see if I can get back on him real quick. 256. Alright guys, that is going to conclude our day here on Lake Gaston. That was a fun time out here, and the deep dive app came in clutch. We caught all of those fish out on the main lake in the midsection of the lake, just like the deep dive app said. So literally the first spot I pulled up to on the main lake, it was off of a little island. Started catching them right off the bat, and pretty much every flat in like the 30 to 50 foot range that I pulled up to that had some bait on it, there was fish all over the place. So this was a super fun day, guys. Caught them all on the jig head minnow. I know that's not always the most favorite thing to kind of watch, but I need to work on my live scope game, get it up to par for the new season. So that's why I came out here, is to kind of freshen up on my live scoping. So this will be a great little lake to dial a couple baits in. So obviously the jig head minnow, but as it starts to get a little bit tougher, definitely would like to experiment with some different baits out here on these spotted bass. But they are a lot of fun to catch. They're so aggressive, especially when they're out chasing bait and they're in those groups. You throw in there and they just shoot after it. So a lot of fun, guys. I appreciate you guys watching this video. We'll be fishing a lot during the off season here, so hopefully we'll be putting out quite a few videos. And in the next 10 days or so, I'm leaving for the Toyota Championship on Wheeler Lake. So I think that'll officially be the last tournament of the season. So stay tuned for that one, guys. Should be a lot of fun. $200,000 on the line. So we'll see you guys at the next video.